Right there. Right there. You see it? That's the 1040 window. Between 10 degrees north and 40 degrees north on the globe is a strip of land that encompasses Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. In the 1040 window, as we call it, is more than 60% of the world's population. More than 5 billion people live there. That's the heart of God for all of us to see in all these people. And so, at Nations Outreach, we're focusing on how we can help push forward the gospel in some of those regions, in some of those countries. I've had the opportunity to visit, I think, 12 of the countries in the 1040 window, where I've seen the church alive, I've seen it thriving, even though in many of these places, they're persecuted, they're pushed down, they're oppressed, they're told they cannot exercise their faith. I want to assure you the gospel is working in those regions. The 1040 window is literally just a code word for us, basically, to define that part of the world. Now, in that part of the world, I've actually learned some of the greatest lessons about being a follower of Jesus, because when I've seen people who are being subjugated, people who are being afflicted, people who are being literally beaten for their faith, it changes the way I live out the gospel. It changes the way I view the gospel. It changes how serious I take the gospel. And so as Nations Outreach goes into the nations and we go looking for these people and we go looking for how to push forward the church, I want you to know that it's some of the healthiest church I've ever seen. It's some of the most kind, welcoming, humble, just glorifying of God people I've ever encountered. The health of the church is not dependent upon its wealth. That's something I've learned and I've seen over and over and over again as I go into places within the 1040 window or beyond. So as we continue to do this, as we go in, as we gather stories, as we care for one another, let's be a part of the church that sees a need, meets that need, runs to rally behind it. The 1040 window is a window of opportunity for those of us who believe the gospel and for those of us who have the capacity to go or send or be a part. Let's find expressions of the local church that are just killing it and get behind them. I'm Andy Ziesmer, again with Nations Outreach, and we're going into the nations. Come along with us.